before they take off, and they may have already, I would like to thank the Syracuse Police Department for our escort today and for our They have other details, so I realize that they may have needed to leave, but we will make sure that they have our thanks. They couldn't have been better to work with, and we really super appreciate that. And now we'd like to open our ceremony. Is Father Philip Brockmeyer here from St. Stephen's? There you are, Father. Please come and open us, please, in prayer.
Greetings, everyone. Let's begin as we always do in the name of the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
First of all, Lord, we want to give you thanks. We want to give you thanks for all the Catholics and Christians in this country who have coalesced around the issue of respect for human life. We want to give you thanks for the miracle that you...
And now I'd like to ask Tim McSweeney, the president of the state chapter of the Ancient Order of Hibernians, to come forward and lead us all in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much for being here. I would like to bring you a greeting now from the State Board Chair of New York State Right to Life, Barbara Mera. Barbara Mera is in the Bronx. She's unable to be with us today, but she would like to greet you here today. Dear friends, I am honored to have this opportunity to speak to you today and bring you this message. While others sit comfortably at home, you brave the cold and the wind to remind all of us of the miracle that each new life is. You don't come here to ask for anything for yourselves. You come to speak for the babies who will die in the abortion clinics today and every day until people across America wake up. And you speak for their mothers and fathers who reach out for help and are offered death and destruction. Some call us deplorable. Our governor has said we don't belong in New York, but we know we are here to stay until the baby in the womb is safe again. God bless you all. God bless President Trump. And God bless America. From Barbara Mera, State Chair. And now I want to bring you one other greeting. Is Samantha Lamarca here? Is Samantha here? Why don't you make your way up while I explain who Samantha is. 1 year ago, some of you may remember, an Assemblywoman Claudia Tenney, who marched with us on this very day 1 year ago. Assemblywoman Claudia Tenney is now Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. She's one of us.
Yeah.
Amen. She's one of us. She was unable to be with us today. She's in Washington, which is right where we want her to be, on behalf of the children and the vulnerable. She has sent one of her representatives to come bring us a personal greeting today from Congresswoman Tenney. This is Samantha.
This is from Claudia Tenney, our Congresswoman for the 22nd District. Thank you to the pro-life women, men, and children of Central New York for joining together today to advocate for the most vulnerable in our society, the unborn. Our work to protect the sanctity of life is critical in defending future generations and promoting a culture that reveres and respects the most precious gift of life. I am honored to know many of you, and for those I have not yet had a chance to meet yet, I look forward to working together. I truly commend each one of you for your dedication and steadfast commitment to our cause. Our diligence and hard work is turning the tide for the next generation, but our work is not done. We must continue to spread our message and let women who feel that abortion is their only option know we are there for them to support, love, and help them make the right decisions. During my time in the New York State Assembly, I was one of few legislators who stood to defend life, including working alongside the New York State Right to Life to introduce the Pain-Capable Unborn Child Protection
Speaker for today. As you may have heard already, assisted suicide and euthanasia was recently passed in Colorado. That was one sad loss at the last elections in November. It's spreading, and their proponents are hungry to bring it everywhere, and New York is a big prize to them. Dr. John O'Brien is going to brief us on assisted suicide and euthanasia and the dangers that it poses to everyone if that is passed in New York. Dr. John O'Brien, please come forward from Catholic Medical Association.
I want to thank the Syracuse Right to Life for asking me to speak today, and thanks to all of you for coming out to support life.
Thank you, Dr. O'Brien, for that powerful speech. Dr. O'Brien is the president of the local St. Marianne Cope Guild of the Catholic Medical Association, and they're a wonderful group that's meeting almost monthly, I think, and if you want to get involved with that group, they're doing wonders supporting the medical community and getting the word out. Thank you again. Dr. O'Brien ended with a call, let's do the right thing. Let's be involved. Let's stay involved. All of you here today are here because you care and because you're involved. I'm going to give some announcements now, some ways that you can be involved coming up in this next half year. And if you want more information, there will be information inside at the hospitality after and the tables. But let me run some of these by you. In Albany, our New York State Lobby for Life Day will be on Wednesday, May 3rd. Wednesday, May 3rd. We'd like to try to organize bus transportation for that, and we'd love to fill that bus this year. There will be information inside. If you think you might just be even remotely interested right now, sign up, because then someone will follow up and talk to you, find out if you can get the day off if you work, if you can find someone to watch the kids or the grandkids, or bring the kids. We welcome the children to come as well. And it's a wonderful time for us to come together from all around the state, and literally at those days, we have turned the minds of legislators when we came from all around the state on that. Our 40 Days for Life coordinators are there. When's the next campaign start? Yes, thank you. March 1st, the next campaign begins outside of Planned Parenthood. I'm sure you can go to the website or get more information from Jeannie and Shannon. And then Friends for Life has their annual spring event coming up. Is there a date set for that yet? In April. If you're not on their mailing list, get on the mailing list and you'll find out. They always have great speakers to educate about the pro-life issue. Another great time to get together. And one other piece of good news I've just been handed today. Some of you may have heard of New Life Pregnancy Center in Mexico, New York. Raise your hand who handed me this flyer today. The director? Is the director here? Yes. Thank you for coming today. And she, what's your name again?
Carolyn.
Carolyn?
Carolyn.
Geraldine. Okay. Thank you for coming. And she wanted to let everybody know that they have their pregnancy care center in Mexico, New York. And starting January 31st, they're opening a satellite office in Fulton, New York. So congratulations to New Life Pregnancy Center. Thank you for doing that. It's wonderful. Thank you very much. And now before we wrap up, this is a celebratory event for us to be together. We've seen some gains recently, especially in the elections, but we know there's so much work yet to go. It's 44 years now since Roe versus Wade ushered in wide-scale taking of human life and disrespect of human life, and created a whole class of human beings that were disposable, the unborn in the womb. And we're here every year to stand against that and to reverse that tide. I particularly want to thank those who joined us today in some categories. First, elected officials. I know we have County Legislator Tim Burtis here. Please raise your hand, Tim. Thank you very much for being with us today. Tim's district is in Cicero. He'll be up for election. All the county legislators are up for election this year. We also have the newest member of the county legislature, who I'd like to say is one of our own, Deb Cody, who was recently appointed to the county legislature. Thank you, Deb, for being with us today. We so need our pro-life electeds, believe me. They're on the front lines, and they're our watchdogs at places like the county. Are there any other elected officials here today? other than myself? Yeah. Are there elected officials here today? Yes? Can someone speak up? Supervisor Matisco. And your name? Mr. Amato. Wade Amato, right? Yes, thank you very much for coming today. God bless you. God bless you. God bless those who are not with us. And I know that you're all doing that in your everyday relationships. So we'll sing the first verse of Amazing Grace, and then the last one, the one that starts when we've been there 10,000 years. So let's sing, and Pastor Jackson can make his way up while we're doing that.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. And living there 10,000 years, thy shining west the sun, we know.
Pastor Nathaniel Jackson from Trinity Fellowship Church in Syracuse.
Psalm 147 and verse 10 reads, His pleasure is not in the strength of the horse, nor his delight in the legs of a man, but the Lord delights in those who fear him, in those who put their hope in his unfailing love. And now, may the amazing grace of God fill you with compassion for the weak and the suffering, with boldness to stand in the breach for the unborn and the terminally ill. May he grant you humility, not to trust alone in your efforts, but in the Lord God. May he give you grace in the face of adversity and in the face of every adversary. And may the Lord prosper you in every good work. And may he grant you success in every just and righteous purpose under heaven. For his name's sake. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. I forgot to mention the Ancient Order of Hibernians who are here. Dick, you want to just call out the names? We have many officers here today. Just right there from your place. Yeah. I apologize.
I want to thank, we have a number of Hibernian officers, both state and national, who made the long trip today. I want to thank them for being here. Tim McSweeney, the New York State AOH President, made the trip. Tom Lambert, New York State AOH Secretary. We have Tim Kerwin, New York State AOH Director. And Liam McNabb, who's an AOH National Director. These folks drove in from Albany, Buffalo, Oswego to be with us today.